listeners. I just watched the latest episode of Vinland Saga Season 2, Way Home, and it was absolutely beautifully done. Definitely a masterpiece. I had a roller coaster of emotions throughout this episode. It started off with Thorfinn and Snake's fight, and with Thorfinn's new resolve of fighting without intent of killing, we see Thorfinn has not lost his touch in the battlefield. Mappa definitely did a great job in animating this scene, making us to be at the edge of our seats as we follow each stroke Snake did using his sword. The choreography of this fight scene was just superb, emphasizing each stroke, each punch with importance and weight. In this episode, we get to hear Snake's origin, being from Miklagard. Miklagard actually means the great city in Old Norse. This is the largest city, which the Vikings knew at that time, and is more commonly known as the city of Constantinople. Today, this city is what we know as Istanbul, Turkey. Just like the Joms Viking in this series, there were also elite soldiers in Miklagard, generally known to be well trained and well equipped. This gives us a hint of how good of a fighter Snake is, being potentially part of these elite soldiers. At least that's what I can infer from the story. And we kinda already saw a glimpse of this when he reawakened Thorfinn's fighting instinct back in episode 4. While I am craving for more actions from Thorfinn, I like how the episode did not really give us that, as it focuses more on the emotional side of all the events that happened after that. The fight was cut short as Snake cleverly made Thorfinn dodge and jump away from Gardar's cart. Snake asked a very hard question here, whether the lives of 5 of his men are lesser important than Gardar's life, as Arneid pleaded to spare him. Us, as viewers, we probably don't value these men as well, as we didn't really know them. But as it is in real life, they are human beings. These are people with story to tell on their own as well. And from Snake's perspective, he knows his men, and that's why they are the people important to him. This actually brings me back to what the priest said in Season 1, Episode 17, about Ragnar's love to Canute being equivalent to discrimination, protecting only those he know and care for, but discriminating everyone else. While true love means loving anyone, be it your friends or enemies. Even applying that to our lives, I don't think that is an easy thing to do. It is very deep, and there's really no right or wrong answer to this. And that's what I really love about this show. It always gives us these concepts, themes to ponder. Snake was then caught off guard by Gardar and passed out. And the next scene really broke my heart, and I was literally bawling my eyes out. It was just heartbreaking to see Arneid, as she mustered her strength, cast away all her emotions to pretend that everything was back to the way it was, just so Gardar let go of Snake. At this point, we can see that Arneid already knew that Gardar will be dying soon, but she still chose to go with him, at least to share a good memory for his husband and give him peace in his last moments. Again, this kind of mirrors Thor's actions back in Season 1, where Thor's, knowing the man is going to die shortly, still choose to buy him from Halfdan and free the slave, just to let him experience that feeling of being free and have some peace before he passed away. Back to the sequence of scenes with Gardar as he sees thousands of slaves, sees himself as a slave, sees his wife when he left her in Jalti, and eventually being able to go home and see his son already grown up was just beautiful and emotional. I really like Mappa adding these in the anime, as we were able to see more depth in Gardar's character. Initially, although I understand why he did what he had done the past episodes, I only really care Arneid's situation, as we've been with her for so many episodes, but with just a few minutes of flashback, how everything played out from his perspective, I can really feel the pain of guilt and regret that he has gone through from the moment he left his family. Though I just want to point out as well that even if he did stay, things could have turned out the same way as well. With their neighboring villages growing in power, they could still be invaded and may still end up the same way. As the old masters of Urkel said, whether you wait out the storm or face the storm, either way can still leave you scars. And that's just reality in life. Whatever path you take, there will always have pros and cons, and will always have uncertainties. It just sucks. The brutal reality at this time period, because the repercussions of people's decisions are far too great compared to our current times. It was also very interesting that Gardar, like Thorfinn, realized that following the Vikings' way is not a good path for his son, and we were able to see the same sequence of carved scenes at the very beginning of the season. I never realized that we were actually being shown already of Arneid's full backstory at the onset of the season. The symbolism of Arneid's tears turning into rain as it falls into Gardar was just beautiful. It was like Arneid's releasing all her pain and sorrow, and at the same time, her tears, like water, was purifying all the pain that Gardar feels. It's just perfect symbolism and the perfect ending for his storyline, where we started from episode 13, titled Dark Clouds, with tension building up, and then episode 15 was Storm, as all the crazy things happened, and now after the rain pours, everything looks fresh and bright, and he was able to come home, at least within his dreams. I was kinda happy that he was able to see Jalti all grown up with full smile as they run towards each other, but it was also very sad and tragic at the same time, knowing that this only happens in his dreams and not in reality. And I cannot imagine how much pain Arneid feels at this time as she relives, experience that pain of losing him again for the second time. So overall, just bravo to Mappa. They have been nailing these recent episodes. The manga itself is already a good material to start with, but Mappa was able to adapt and animate this even better, at least for me, adding some anime-only scenes to reinforce more depth to the story, to make the audience understand and empathize more each of the characters, and not to mention the music as well was superb and very fitting to the emotions being portrayed in this episode. And with the ending scene as Arneid was being approached by Snake's team, I just can't wait for what will transpire in the next episode. So that's it for me for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel, as that helps me a lot. Hit that notification bell so you get updates when I upload new videos. See ya!